Hello, my name is Shamir from Shamir Does Things, and I'm extremely tired. This video is being made and edited the day before the video is actually supposed to come out. I usually would never do something like this. This is usually a day I set aside for Saturdays or Wednesdays for me to edit all day, but I didn't get that time, so we have to do this today. I have another video I feel like is more controversial. I can't wait to do that one. I'm also supposed to be doing another Friends Do Things with another person, but going back and forth with them has been no complaints. I just say I'm just not a good texter. That's pretty much it. I'm not good at texting at all. So that's kind of the next schedule. Imagine a Friends to Do Things. Imagine a sort of controversial video coming up, and what else? I also may need to change the release schedule of videos. I really don't want to. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays are fine, especially with the content I'm making, but I don't want to get burnt out and super stressed over a lot of stuff, because if I get super burnt out and super stressed about content, I'm not gonna make good content. Like right now, the lights aren't on. Usually my lights are on. We're just in a dark room right now. It looks awkward. There's no color, but I don't feel like doing a bunch of color because, yeah, I don't. Let's get into this Kanye shit. We're gonna be talking about how we made it and going through all the stuff. I'll make sure to talk about everything I added. Everything. I don't know why I would do something like that, but I'll go through everything I added. So I'm gonna pull it up and let's get started. It'd be crazy if this shit crashed before we even started. That shit would be really fucking crazy. Let's go through this. So it's really only 3 songs from Donda, but they're broken down into 3 sections because they kind of go into each other. I think my only critique now afterwards, after some time, has been I would probably go back and do the transitions better. I think the transitions could have been way better on my end, but I didn't put the work into them that I really could have. But that's my only complaint. That's my complaint where it's like, oh, I could have done this way better. The final version that I released didn't have these 2 on it, so I'm just going to delete. But there was a version of the song where it was just this lo-fi track. Like the first song was a lo-fi track. So let's kind of listen to it, and I'm going to explain what I did like while we're listening. So for most of this is just like this this bass that I fucked up on, and it's playing really loud in your left side. So and it just hits like really hard. Then the kick follows the bass tones. I don't add anything melodical to it other than my voice till the end. Whereas this really soft string, and then I add this as well. It's like a little vox. This is the most simple song. Oh yeah, and the snare, which is mad simple. Oh, so we add all that, and then my vocals, which were on the final version. I didn't play these on stream because I was embarrassed, but they're in here, so we might as well play them. So with that, all of that is just auto tune. My mixing was pretty simple. I threw on my basic mix bus, and I had a new plugin that I got recently called Virtual Mix Rack, and it's just a really cool analog mimicker of like old things, and I really like how this sounds. I ended up using the warm vocals preset, which is pretty dope. The vocals on my end could have been better. I could have recorded them better. I could have done them better, but a lot of this was, I wouldn't say rushed. It was just like in the moment thoughts. Like I didn't think I'd release any of this, so I kind of just, when I never imagined releasing a song, I stopped thinking about it so aggressively. I start thinking about it as like, oh, I'm not gonna worry about this shit. I'm just gonna work. Like that's my entire mentality. Like, oh, let's just work. Let's just make this shit work. That's pretty much it. That's the entire song. The song was mad simple. I'm gonna play it out. We're going to get on to the next song. So the next song is, it's not, I don't think it's actually called God on Top. We'll never know. We'll never know. Donda may never drop. Oh yeah, the transitions. This is the transitions.
Say to the down keep.
Oh, I'll come back to that.
Say to the down keepers, the sun slappers, the self soilers, the harmony hushers. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
So this is where the beef is gonna come in. Like this is where it's like it builds and it gets like, oh my god, he did all this shit. The beat for this song is like, it's mad simple. It's just like bass, clap, like bass, clap, all that shit is very simple. So from the jump, I'm making it as complicated or as I possibly can. So the kick is like this, is just following 808. The coolest thing is this hi-hat pattern. The hi-hat pattern is like on some Pierre shit where it's just like there's never any stopping, or no, there's a lot of stopping mid part, like more parts where you expect there to be a hi-hat. It's just none there. The snare is really cool. I love the snare. Like it's so fucking cool. I have these loops that I cut up and just took certain parts. Hold on. This is one. And then I cut that one up. And there's another loop. Yeah, this is, pretty sure this is also a loop, but I only used the first parts. And it's like mad stretched out. This impact, which hits so different. Oh, the 808. The 808. Can't forget the 808. Can't forget the 808. And oh yeah, the 808 is different constantly. So yeah, the 808 hits. Once we have all that, it goes into this flute, which is just a one shot that I layered, and oh, it's spaced out. That was turned off for some reason, so. So the left flute and another one shot flute. That was pretty cool. This is Labs. I'm using the sim strings and brass pad preset. And that's just raw. That's nothing crazy on it. And where's this? This is another thing of Labs with the sim strings classic strings, which was heat. That shit was crazy. And these chords are mad simple. Like the chords in the song are super simple because it's like, I think it's just one chord twice and then a higher chord and then a lower chord. And that's it. That's all of it. Oh, one more part. There's a breakdown kind of section where I completely changed the 808 out. I threw a decapitator on it. which is just the same as one of the ones before, but it just has a different feel because there's no kicks right there. So it comes in like I ended up sampling the actual song. I sampled the actual song. I took one part and then just turned it into a chord. No, into a stab. So it's like. Then I threw pitch loop 69 on it. So like all that is just like dope. Oh, what's this? I keep forgetting parts. Oh yeah. The actual snares and shit. So for most of the song, the snare is just that snare. And near the breakdown part, I throw in a bunch of other percussion. So it's like the snare. Did I throw a pitch loop on any of these? No, I just turned the reverb mad up. So it's like. Also did a different 808 for some of the verse. So the last song, which has my two favorite parts in it, is there's one part that's extremely simple, and then there's a part that is not. It's so many tracks. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a lot of tracks. It took me a while. Around 64 tracks all running. And some of them are low-key redundant. Like, I could run hi-hats through different shit. And I've seen, like, Disclosure stems where they're like super big, like 100 tracks, and I feel like at one point you're just wasting time. Not with them though. They're really cool. I love Disclosure. But yeah, this is No Child Left Behind, which from the start it's very simple. At like, oh, I can do vocals too, but yeah, for majority of the beginning part of the song, it's just the song. No child left behind. No child left behind. No child left behind. No child. I can go through vocals real quick because this is the only part there in the song. I do some basic oohs and like some ad libs that I feel like I think Kanye would do. So just. That's enough of that. We do the vocals and then that snare. It all builds up to like this part. And I'll just go through it real quick. 808 mad simple. It's this is how it sounds originally. I took a lot of that out, but just with the lows, it sounds super huge and super big, so that's why I wanted it. I think it sounded really cool like that. 2 layers of kicks for some reason. Hi-hat loop that I messed around with. Really simple hi-hat loop. What's this? Oh, I had a Labs preset running through, this is Stem Strings, Classic Strings running through OTT. I don't know if I did anything to it. I don't think I did. I think I just put OTT on. And it's like, I had like this, I guess you could call this LFO. I just, whenever the hit came in, I put my own set, like, I guess, audio automation. So it starts like... And then that's just for the build-up. Then on the non-build-up, we have this one vocal kind of pad and another one. This shit might crash. Hold on. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So yeah, this is the second vocal pad. and they kind of just stack on each other. And this comes in on Kanye's part, I'm pretty sure. And that's pretty much the entire thing. That's that entire part. Then we go kind of to the outro part, which is going to take a lot more time to explain. So I'll play the entire thing once we get through the outro part. At the top, throughout the entire thing, I have Donda's voice playing the entire time because I feel like that ties it together, if that makes sense. You constantly hear her saying what I have thunder outside my house. You constantly hear her saying her parts and parts of the song. First part when I started making this was this taiko click loop, which is stretched and fucked with. So it sounds kind of rough. The kicks start progress the entire song. At first it's just like a single kick. Then on the second section, it changes up a little bit. And then on the last section, it just is going more and more wild. I have a bunch of vocals, shouts and shit. This is one. That ha, you don't hear it over the snare at first. It sounds like it's part of the snare. I don't know why I did that with the first one, but yeah. The snare has the snare. This is really cool. And after the snare, it's this rim shot. And I think I shouldn't have added that, but for some reason it made Final Cut. I had this percussion loop I cut up that I only wanted those parts. It actually adds a sour note, which fucks with the Rhodes I end up playing, but it was not too much. There's a singular tom fill. I don't know I added that, but yeah. This bonking 808, which is heat, shout out to Remzoid, that I put the gain on 3.7 instead of what it usually is, just because I needed it to be boomy. Oh yeah, this hey chant that's going out through as soon as the 808 comes in. And there's a second hey chant that goes on the offbeat of that hey chant. And then another hey chant on top of that on the last section. So yeah, that's there. What else is there? Where's all these synth parts? Oh, we can get through all the synth parts now. We can go through all the synth parts. The drums are the weirdest part. So this synth I played really long, but I only wanted one section, but I wanted to come in smooth. So what I did is I played all of this. And you only hear it. Let me show automation. You only hear it from this part, but it's been playing in the background, so it comes in really smooth, which is why I love it so much. Next, on top of that, we got some Rhodes. And that was just from jamming. Another part is this like dark kind of part. It's bells and a synth I laid on top of each other. I think that's everything. Oh yeah. The actual song part. So originally for this was running the entire time, but this is the exact same song, like the exact same song. I think I timesed it by 2, then I pitched it up 9 semitones, and this is what we got. And it sounds very similar. I also reversed it. And then it goes into this. So it's just that shorter. And now we're going to play the entire song. So let's get to it.
So soon, how can so soon. How can I get through?
That she wrote, speech to the young, speech to the progress poor. Say to them, say to the down keepers, the sun slappers, the self soilers, the harmony ushers. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. It cannot always be night.
No child left home. 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 Back again, I use my back against the wall. Never caught on y'all, never count on y'all, always count on God. Back again, I use my back against the wall. Never caught on y'all, never count on y'all, always count on God. He's done miracles on me. 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 He's done miracles on me.
Speech to the young, 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 speech to the young. It cannot always be night.
And that's how I remixed Donda. It took about, I'd say, a week from when I downloaded the files and actually started working on it. It was really fun. I think in a perfect world, I think I did Kanye West okay. I think I didn't destroy his songs and make them unlistenable. And inherently, I still loved, from what I heard of the album, I think it was really good, and I think I'd probably do it again with another artist. Not unreleased stuff. I think that's, I wouldn't want to mess with them like this, but it was really cool. I think Kanye's a great artist, despite some controversies and things that happen in the news. I think he's a great artist and he's a good person, and I think his music is nice and I enjoy his music, so that's why I did this. If you guys like this kind of video, then leave a like, and comment down below again if you feel like I didn't talk about something enough. Also, if you didn't know, I stream every single Sunday on Twitch. I played this on Twitch before this was made into a video, so you should definitely go check my Twitch streams out on Sunday. And there's a new video every Tuesday and Thursday. So whenever you like want to expect like, oh, when's the next Shamir video? It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. We might move to Fridays. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. But for right now, it's Tuesday and Thursdays. Thank you guys for watching. If I do not see you, have a wonderful good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Peace out.